on the
next,
quarterback.
Somewhere, Costa's busy stroking his cat, screaming, draft and stash. You know how bitter he is?
Mm-hmm. Oh, no. He wanted the QB, but it wasn't.
Yeah,
he didn't want Hendon Hooker.
He did not want Hendon Hooker.
I'm glad we drafted him for a redshirt year. Super.
Yeah, maybe this guy is a guy maybe they can get next year because multiple NFL scouts are reportedly believing that Michael Penix Jr. is currently a top 3 QB in next year's draft behind Williams and Drake May, of course. They believe in some ways he is a clone of Tua. Your thoughts, Rico? You love Michael Penix Jr.
I do. The only knock on him is he gets injured. I was hoping – now, if you wanted to do that draft and stash for cookies, that was the guy because at the time he wasn't considered one of the best quarterbacks. But I think if he would have come out in this draft, he probably may have been drafted 1 or 2.
Issue's going to be the physical.
Yeah.
His legs are shot.
But
can he spin it? Can he throw it?
Yeah,
hell yeah, he can.
Left-handed. That's why I'm like, if he came here, left-handed QB, now all of a sudden Sewell is now on the strong side, protecting the blind side. Yes, he is good. It's just his durability.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, and I don't know if this is a crazy prediction of mine, but I wouldn't be surprised if a Levis-type report comes out day of draft where a team doesn't trust an ankle or a knee or something,
I'm going to say
some
this.
kind of report.
If a Levis type of report comes out, that team is sandbagging him so he falls.
There it is.
Correct. No,
There
you're
it is.
right. You're exactly
So
right.
if I'm the Lions, yes. No one attended his birthday party.
And then just a quick college note before I get back to the NFL. K-State is extending Chris Kleiman. He is reaching an 8-year, $44 million deal after earning the Big 12 title.
He's
last
fabulous.
year.
No, he's fabulous. I mean, it's a really, really hard job. Kansas State is in Manhattan, Kansas. Nobody wants to be there. They have no brand. They have no fan base. And look, they play a hard-nosed brand of football. They compete. Their defense is usually pretty good in the Big 12. Dude, he's a really good coach, man.
You realize the year that Kansas State had in football and hoops?
That was awesome.
Yeah, I forgot about hoops.
Right.
Oh, my God.
Right, they were the joke of everybody until they weren't. But, yeah, you know what? When you're Kansas State and you have a good year like that, you have to overpay and lock up that coach.
Oh, do you?
I just put it right there on a tee for you, Mike.
No, not me.
Sure
it's just
did.
all the people with their talking points.
Yeah.
They make it out like what State did was outer worldly. It's like, no, that's pretty much what happens everywhere.
No, it is. Because here's what happens. If not, he goes someplace else and he gets paid. And then, well, you're too cheap. You can't even hold on to your coach. So it's a catch-22. Either you pay the guy and you may pay him more than what fans think you should, or he walks and now you're saying, well, we're some type of a government cheese program and we can't afford our own coaches.
And the odds are Kleiman won't live up to that deal. But K-State does not have a choice. The same way State didn't. It's the same principle.
I'm glad you said that because that's why I brought the story up because I want people to understand this happens everywhere. The guy won a title. It is what it is. You just got to do it here, okay?
Plus, he brings stability.
Thank
in the
you.
landscape of college football, to keep your program together, to develop players. And look, they don't have some huge NIL collective down there for football. Yeah, Chris Kleiman has done a hell of a job down there.
So let's go through this real quick. NFL.com compiled all the schedules, records, everything. So we're going to go through who wins divisions, who's a wild card, all this stuff. Let me start with the worst in the AFC. They believe it will be the Colts, 5 wins, Texans with 5 wins.
Boy, the Colts would be surprising. Isn't that the most expensive offensive line in football?
It is.
It is, but
Jeez.
you still don't have a playmaker at quarterback. So,
excuse me, did you see Anthony Richardson at the Combine?
I don't have the buzzer button over here, but just imagine me hitting that buzzer button.
I'm going to be honest. Other than quarterback, their question is Shaquille Leonard going to play?
I venture to say no. It's felt like he was going to retire.
Yeah. So let's go through the division winners. Of course, the Chiefs win the West at 11 wins. The Bengals win the North according to their projection with 11 wins.
Okay.
The East is won by the Bills.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing because you're saying the projected these two teams 11 wins, and I've heard all day that the Lions are going to have 12 or more wins.
We'll get to the NFC in a second.
Okay.
The Bills win the East with 10 wins. Ravens are a wild card team with 9. Jets wild card team with 9. Dolphins, wild card team with 9. Jags win the South with just 9 wins.
Boy, I'd be disappointed. I feel
There's
like
a
the
team
Jags.
missing.
Huh?
There's a team missing, David.
Oh.
The Steelers.
Yeah, they have 9 wins, but they just miss out according to this projection.
You hate to see it.
I'm leaving it alone.
You know what, man?
That's
week
hurtful.
1. I can't wait for week 1. Let's get to the NFC, okay?
Wow.
The worst in the NFC would be the Cardinals at 4.
Yes.
Not a shock.
Agree.
The Bucs and the Packers and Washington at 6.
I have a hard time arguing based on the quarterback situation in Washington. Roster's okay. The Bucs is interesting because they refuse to rebuild. I mean, the Bucs could win a few more games.
So they got Baker, so they won't.
You know what the Bucs are doing? We've seen this before. The Bucs are the Patriots.
Mm.
No. It wasn't Brady. It was us. The Patriots did that too.
We're not rebuilding. Back. Yeah.
We don't have to rebuild. We got the coaching staff. We got everything. No, it was Brady. I'm starting to believe now it was just Tom. And
I ain't leaving.
Right. The funny thing is, if you look at the NFL almost wants the Packers to be good because of what they have 5 primetime games. It's funny because they shouldn't be, but man, the NFL, like everybody, the Lions, man, like pump the brakes. They put the Packers on a lot of games that they probably shouldn't have.
And I hope some of them get flexed if they're after week 12. They can change that. So the Eagles here in the projection win the East. No surprise, 11 wins. 49ers win the West. That's 10 wins.
Privileged.
Detroit
10
wins the North with 9 wins.
19. You mean 19?
I'd be disappointed with 9 wins.
Cowboys win, wild card team with 9. The Saints win the South with 8. Seahawks are a wild card team, and the Falcons both with 8 wild card teams.
Giants at 6.
Giants have 7.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I think they're taking a step back.
They do have the Vikings at 8, though, just missing the playoffs.
That's all right. By 1 or 100. They didn't win the division. The Lions did. Light the beam. Something. I mean, we need it. We need something. We were promised an LED roof. Give me a beam. Let's get a beam.
The Lions would get a home playoff game according to this projection.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
Let's
they would
celebrate.
because they won a division. So you're right.
That's all that matters. We get a Monday night game and a home playoff game in the same year.
We'll probably be playing the Falcons, but whatever. I'm not going to do that.
I'm in.
That is
Lions minus 2.5. Lay the points.
I was about to say they could beat the Falcons.
Yes.
Oh, yes, they can.
That would get them into a divisional weekend.
I think Rico just said Super
Critical
Bowl.
Bijan fumble at midfield late as Atlanta was driving.
As
Lions
Jahmyr
going to
Gibbs
the
goes for the touchdown. Oh, he fumbled?
No.
Wow. And that is in football today.
Damn.